So powerful, elite establishment figures are horrified that Elon Musk has bought Twitter and intends to allow people to actually communicate honestly with each other. It's called free speech, and they don't like it. Here's the headline: Go to war. Musk targets Apple, claiming it canceled ads, threatened to boot Twitter from the App Store. Says Twitter CEO Elon Musk signaled Monday that he might be preparing to go to war with Apple after the company has largely stopped advertising on Twitter and has reportedly threatened to boot the social media platform from its App Store. Musk specifically called out Apple CEO Tim Cook in a series of tweets where he also raised the issue of censorship. So let's go to Elon's Twitter here. He says that Apple has mostly stopped advertising on Twitter. Do they hate free speech in America? Yes, they do. They obviously do. And they are willing to go to great lengths to destroy it. Remember what happened to Parler? Parler was the #1 app on the App Store and was rapidly gaining popularity. And clearly the big tech companies didn't like that. They didn't like the rabble rising up and challenging them. So what happened? They got rid of it overnight. Google and Apple took it off the App Store. Amazon Web Services, which they were foolishly using, dropped them as well. Overnight, they were gone. And why? Well, to destroy a competitor, and also to stop there being a public square in which the ideas weren't strictly curated by them. But anyway, do they hate free speech in America? Yes. And then he said, what's going on here, Tim Cook? Well, let me tell you what's going on with Tim Cook. In 2018, Cook said at an event in New York City that tech companies have a moral obligation to ban certain people and certain types of content from social media and technology platforms, going so far as to suggest that not banning them is a sin. Now, whether he's actually woke or he's just pretending to be woke, this is very telling language. A lot of people have referred to wokeism as a kind of religion or a secular religion that has saints and sinners and blasphemy. Interestingly, there's no redemption in it. Once you've been denounced, that's it. There's no coming back. Quote, we only have one message for those who seek to push hate, division, and violence, of course, as defined by them. You have no place on our platforms, Cook said. You have no home here. If we can't be clear on moral questions like these, then we've got big problems. I believe the most sacred thing that each of us is given is our judgment, our morality, our own innate desire to separate right from wrong. Choosing to set that responsibility aside at a moment of trial is a sin. So this is explicitly anti-free speech. This means I am going to impose on everybody else my judgment, my morality, what I see as right and wrong. And you have no choice in this. And any place that you deviate from what I think, then there you are a sinner. This is how Stalin thought. This is how Mao thought. This is explicitly authoritarian and explicitly anti-free speech. And the narcissism here is just hard to overstate, isn't it? So that's what's going on with Tim Cook. And that appears to be the difference between an Elon Musk and a Tim Cook, is that Elon Musk wants a platform that everybody can talk on, whether he agrees with them or not. Tim Cook does not. He only wants people to be able to say things that he wants or that he agrees with. But anyway, Elon responded to this from Library, who is also Odyssey, which is a great video platform, by the way. I suggest that you use that. During COVID, Apple demanded our apps filter some search terms from being returned. If we did not filter the terms, our apps would not be allowed in the store. Apple may make good products, but they have been opposed to free speech for some time. So during the pandemic, filter out search terms. I wonder if one of them started with I. And Elon Musk asked, who else has Apple censored? He put out a poll here. Apple should publish all censorship actions it has taken that affect its customers. Oh, that's got an 85.7% yes on that. And then there's 14% that doesn't think they should have to. So I don't know. I'm going to guess that Tim Cook paid somebody to press no 140,000 times. Maybe. Let's see. Elon Musk also said Apple has also threatened to withhold Twitter from its App Store, but won't tell us why. Well, we know why. It's because of what at least he says he believes. And also, there would be an enormous amount of pressure from powerful people to put the screws to Elon Musk, because powerful forces don't want a big platform like Twitter to allow people to just recognize reality. Anyway, but Musk isn't done. He said, did you know that Apple puts a secret 30% tax on everything you buy through the App Store? Says here, Apple takes a 30% tax from app developers who make over $1 million through the App Store on an annual basis. Apple's App Store is the equivalent of a 30% tax on the internet. And then Elon tweeted this meme, pay 30% or go to war. And then you got this, the Twitter files on free speech suppression, soon to be published on Twitter itself. The public deserves to know what really happened. So that's called transparency. And I think that probably transparency is the thing that people like Tim Cook at Apple, or the people running Google, or the people running Facebook, that's what they fear the most. And let's finish this off from Liz Wheeler. If Apple and Google boot Twitter from their app stores, Elon Musk should produce his own smartphone. Half the country would happily ditch the biased, snooping iPhone and Android. The man builds rockets to Mars. A silly little smartphone should be easy, right? Well, I don't think it would actually be that easy, but let's see what Musk said. I certainly hope it does not come to that. But yes, if there is no other choice, I will make an alternative phone. And at this point, do you doubt it? I don't. And that is definitely a shot across the bow. Like, that's a come at me, bro tweet right there. So there you have it. Musk is being threatened and he's not backing down. And good. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for sharing my content. I will see you next time.